ABC 3340 News starts now with a Weather Authority storm alert.
Good evening. I'm Megan Scarano. The Weather Authority is tracking a line of potentially severe storms. The entire state is under some form of severe weather risk at this hour that will continue into the early morning. This is a live look right now from Jasper. You can see the rain droplets already falling here. Meteorologist Riley Blackwell joins us now. Riley, what's in store for Alabama as we head into the evening hours?
Now, the overall threats for us: damaging winds upwards of 60 miles per hour, as well as a few tornadoes, some of which could be on the stronger side. Just to our west in parts of south central Mississippi, an ongoing severe weather outbreak taking place with a particularly dangerous situation, tornado watch, for a good chunk of southern Mississippi. Now, as of right now, there are no talks of that watch being extended to Alabama, but it would not be surprising in the least to have some sort of watch overnight tonight, potentially into early tomorrow morning. In terms of the overall outlook, we have a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for mainly our western counties from about Birmingham off to the west. The rest of the eastern and northern portions of the area in a level 2 out of 5 slight risk. But further down to our south and west, we have a level 4 out of 5 moderate risk for severe storms. Now, in that orange and in that red, that's where we could also see the best potential for some strong EF2 or greater tornadoes. The yellows indicating that a tornado could form within 25 miles of a single point, and then the red indicating a 15% chance that a tornado could form as well. So it is imperative to have several ways to receive warnings in the overnight hours. But coming up, we'll time out when can we see some clearer, calmer weather along with a 7-day forecast.
Well, right now, this is a live look in Hazelhurst, Mississippi, where our storm chaser Brett Adair is tracking storms that could move into Alabama as we head into the evening hours. This is video from storms on Friday down in Mobile, also shot by Adair. You can see the clouds swirling in a funnel-shaped cloud and the strong wind over the water down there. And this is also video from Grand Bay, also in Mobile County. You can see down trees on power lines and branches blocking the roadway. First responders had to close roads while they cleaned up the storm damage on Friday. And these videos out of Katy, Texas shows what looks to be a cone-shaped cloud while the area is under a tornado watch. You can see people watching as the weather moves east across the land there. And with the potential for severe weather in our area, it is important to know where your nearest storm shelter is. These are just a few of the shelters in central Alabama. We have a full list available for you on our website. You can scan the QR code you see right here on your screen and go to our website to find your closest emergency storm shelter. And if you see any severe weather damage where you are, once it is safe to do so, you can send us your pictures and videos through our Chime In feature. All you have to do is scan the QR code here on your screen or head to abc3340.com. And you can stay ahead of the severe weather with the ABC 3340 weather app. You'll have access to live radar, James's weather blog, and the 7-day forecast. Now to breaking news tonight. We are monitoring two situations in Birmingham. A man was shot on I-59 near Arkadelphia Road about an hour ago. Birmingham police say he suffered life-threatening injuries. No one is in custody. Then in the 4300 block of Jackson Street, a 14-year-old boy was shot. This happened just before 5 o'clock tonight. He has non-life-threatening injuries. No one is in custody. Once more information is provided on these stories, we will update you on air and online. New at 6, a shooting in Hueytown sends one man to the hospital. This morning, police responded to the 2400 block of Cherry Avenue for reports of a person shot. And when officers arrived, they found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. He was transported to UAB Hospital. Police say the man was outside with his dogs when he was shot in a targeted shooting. He was able to run inside when others called 911. If you have any information, you are asked to contact Hueytown Police. The Bessemer Police Department is investigating a deadly hit and run. Bessemer police say an adult man was found lying in the road in the 2600 block of 8th Avenue North just before 6 this morning. At this time, there is no information available on the vehicle that hit this man. This is an active investigation. Birmingham Fire and Rescue responded to a house fire late Friday night. This was in the 1700 block of Alameda Avenue just before 10:30. First responders found a one-story home on fire. One person was transported to an area hospital for evaluation. No civilian or firefighter injuries were reported. An Altoona man was arrested and charged with child sex crimes. 49-year-old Jeremy Barksdale of Altoona was arrested on Friday. According to records, Barksdale is charged with sexual abuse and distributing harmful materials to minors. Police records say he was released at a later date. As Christmas festivities wrap up, the focus turns to New Year's. With a different holiday comes different things to remember to celebrate safely. Road and gun safety are top of mind while ringing in the new year. ABC 3340's Olivia Goche has the story.
90% of holiday travelers are expected to be traveling by car to their destinations, which is roughly 107 million people on the road. Adding to the normal busy holiday travel dangers, New Year's Eve celebrations.
The southeastern region is the busiest travel region of the country. So you just need to prepare for that, pad your travel time schedule a little bit, make sure you're allowing for that extra time so you don't feel like you're running late, running behind schedule.
Clay Ingram with Alabama AAA also emphasizes the importance of having a designated driver if you plan to drink. A second option, plan to use rideshare. Lieutenant Jeremy Burkett with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says troopers will be out in full force on Alabama roads.
We'll have all our available resources out, especially in certain locations, doing a variety of enforcement activities, right? So we'll have driver's license checkpoints set up, we'll have saturation details. And again, we try to be targeted, right? We try to go back and look at the locations and the places that we've seen issues before.
Another New Year's Eve danger that often goes overlooked, celebratory gunfire.
Just because you don't see them, just because you don't realize it, doesn't mean a stray bullet can't hit somebody, injure them, or kill them. So that's the key, just taking that ownership and realizing then when you fire a weapon, you have to be responsible for every round that you fire.
The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office also took to Facebook to remind Central Alabamians that celebratory gunfire is never acceptable and against the law.
Olivia Goche reporting. From January to September of this year, there were 34 reported stray bullets deaths across the U.S. And we have a traffic alert for drivers in Shelby County for the week ahead. The Pelham Police Department will have a DUI checkpoint on Helena Road near Indian Lake Way on New Year's Eve. The checkpoint will run from 11:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Drivers may be asked to complete a sobriety test. One person is dead and another was injured in a car wreck on Sunday in Fayette County. On Sunday, 84-year-old Phyllis Thompson was killed when her Ford Focus hit another car, injuring the driver. Both were transported to hospitals. The crash happened on Alabama 96 near Fayette County 21. Aaliyah says Thompson died at the hospital on Thursday. There was no update to the other driver's condition. The Alabama Crimson Tide is preparing to face off against Michigan in the ReliaQuest Bowl. It was a busy Saturday for the Tide. Jamie Hale joins us live now from Tampa. And Jamie, a little work and a little play for the Tide today.
Well, who doesn't love a little work and play? The Crimson Tide returned to Berkeley Prep High School for their second day of practice ahead of the ReliaQuest Bowl against Michigan. It was another beautiful, warm and sunny day here in Tampa. Freshman Jalen Mbakwe, who's rocking the number 6 jersey, was once again working on the offensive side. That's where we saw Kalen DeBoer spend most of his time today. After the Tide's practice, Ryan Williams, Justin Jefferson, Neelan Hibbett, and Jam Miller went to Busch Gardens for over an hour. That was a trip in itself. We should see a lot more fans tomorrow at the Clearwater Beach event. There will be Battle of the Bands, tug of war contest, and a lot more action. We'll have that for you tomorrow in the newscast at 5 and 10. Reporting in Tampa, I'm Jamie Hale.
Jamie is giving us great coverage from Tampa, and we have continuing coverage of Bama in Tampa at abc3340.com. You can also download our free ABC 3340 app for the latest developments and breaking news. Vladimir Putin is apologizing to the leader of Azerbaijan for Wednesday's crash of a passenger jet, which left 38 people dead. Putin says he's launching a criminal investigation into the incident. Putin claims Russian air defense systems were firing due to a Ukrainian drone attack. He stopped short of saying if Russia is responsible. 3 firefighters and at least a dozen passengers are injured after a passenger train collided with a fire truck in Delray Beach, Florida this morning. Images of the scene show the Brightline train stopped on the tracks, its front just completely destroyed. The 3 firefighters are in stable condition at a local hospital. 2 separate train crashes on the same route were already under federal investigation. Big Lots says it has reached an agreement to keep hundreds of its stores open. The Ohio-based discount retailer says it will sell its business to Gordon Brothers retail partners, which will then transfer Big Lots stores, distribution centers, and other assets to other retailers. When the company filed for bankruptcy in September, it blamed inflation and high interest rates for poor sales in home goods and seasonal products. One lucky person woke up a billionaire. Will Gans has more on the big win and the Mega Millions drawing.
And tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $1.22 billion.
This morning, someone in the Golden State is waking up with a golden ticket, one worth $1.2 billion. Just one lucky ticket sold in the massive Mega Millions jackpot, the 5th largest jackpot in Mega Millions history. There were 30 drawings with no winner, which is what sent the jackpot soaring. The ticket sold at a Circle K convenience store in Cottonwood, California. It's the first time ever that someone won a Mega Millions top prize in the Golden State.
This is history here in California. This is the highest Mega Millions jackpot one of our players has ever won.
If the winning player or players pick the cash payout, they'd take home an estimated nearly $550 million. Before taxes, of course. Some advice for today's lucky winner?
The first thing that our players should do, and this is true even before the draw happens, is players should sign the back of their ticket. The person who has that ticket right now is going to want to keep it extremely safe.
That winner or winners now has 1 year to claim the prize.
We have an ongoing severe weather outbreak to our south and west right now in the extreme southern portions of Mississippi. This yellow shaded area you see, that is a particularly dangerous situation tornado-wise, likely having several ongoing tornadoes that are strong EF2 or greater, and these supercells out ahead of this main line. Now for us, there is potential that we might not see supercellular activity. Instead, we'll have to deal with this line of thunderstorms as it moves off to the east, but still that line could produce damaging winds upwards of 60 miles per hour, as well as the potential for a few tornadoes. But right now, looking a little closer to home, there are some showers on the western side of the state, all the way down from Marengo County up through parts of Sumter, Pickens County, and even Fayette Lamar and into the Huntsville television market as well. But right now, it really seems like the atmosphere is trying to destabilize once again as that warm front lifts off to the north. That's why we still have the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms. Now, just remember the outlook. A level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for severe storms from about Birmingham, Alabaster, Clanton off to the west. Off to the east, we have a level 2 out of 5 slight risk for severe storms, but even parts of Sumter County currently in a 4 out of 5 moderate risk for severe storms. This will be going on tonight and into tomorrow morning. Along with that, the tornado threat is a little bit higher than what we've seen in events past. This red area shows about a 15% chance that a tornado can form within 25 miles of a single point. This yellow area showing that same kind of metric, but a 10% chance, which is fairly high. And of course, some of these tornadoes could be strong or even violent EF2, EF3 or greater. But here's what we could see as we go throughout the evening. So right now we have isolated supercells ahead of this main line of thunderstorms and this rain moving off to the north. We could probably see this line approaching the Alabama-Mississippi state line by about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. And this line definitely going to pack a punch, at least with damaging winds upwards of 60 miles per hour, although a few tornadoes certainly can't be ruled out within this line. And overall, it's likely going to be a fairly slow-moving system impacting the Birmingham area sometime probably between midnight and 1 and 2 a.m. Slowly starting to move out. Still likely going to have ongoing rain, but on the western side of the main line, the severe threat overall will start to diminish. And then by about 6 or so, the severe threat should be winding down. And by about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, the rain will be moving out of the state. But overall, here are our threats. Tornadoes certainly possible, some of which could be on the stronger side. Gusty, damaging winds upwards of 60 miles per hour, certainly possible. We could see hail upwards of quarter size and flood, especially in flood-prone areas and those folks that saw rain yesterday. But our two main concerns will be the possibility for tornadoes and those gusty, damaging winds upwards of 60 miles per hour. But once all of this is said and done, we could still expect anywhere from maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain across the state. But we are expected to remain warm the next several days before another front moves in here New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, dropping our temperatures down in the 40s and 50s and bringing back some sunshine.
Thank you for tracking that severe weather threat for us, Riley. To stay safe tonight, you can scan the QR code you see right here on your screen to get access to the ABC 3340 weather app. The app gives you access to live radar, James's weather blog, and the 7-day forecast. The 16-year-old giraffe, Willow, has passed away at the Birmingham Zoo. The zoo says the female giraffe passed away quietly on Friday morning. Animal care experts say she was not doing well in the days leading up to Friday. The cause for her passing is not yet clear. The zoo says she lived her entire life at the Birmingham Zoo since she was born in 2008. Today is the third day of Kwanzaa. Each of the 7 days celebrates a different principle. And each principle is an answer to the question, Harbi Gani, meaning what is the news in Swahili. Today's principle is Ujima. It emphasizes collective work and responsibility to build our community and make our community's problems our problems and to solve them together. Well, that is all of our time for our news here at 6. We will have continuing weather coverage online and on air, and we will be back at 10 for your end of game wrap. Have a great night, everyone.